Now I got something to show you, and it's gonna be something momentous. Hello everybody, it's me, the excellent reviewer, and we have just been removed from Payback, and let's just say that it was an eventful pay-per-view. So, without further ado, let's go into it. The first match on the card was Chris Jericho against Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, and it was an intense personal match, with the stipulation being that if Chris Jericho wins the United States Championship, he now moves over to SmackDown. And in the end of the match, that's exactly what happened. And honestly, it is a great, great decision, because now that Chris Jericho is on SmackDown, it can add some star power, it can add some star factor that SmackDown has been missing, so generally it's an awesome and great choice. After that, we had Neville against Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight title, and what was a really good match, and that reached a controversial ending when Neville got himself disqualified. He was in a submission hold that Austin Aries had him in, and he pushed the referee. He found a way to push the referee and get himself disqualified in order to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. And that just shows, first of all, genius ending. That way you have Neville, he didn't technically lose, yet he did. And it shows how much he cares about the title, how much he wants that title, that he wants to rather get disqualified than lose cleanly to Austin Aries. I thought it was a genius move. We can continue to see where this rivalry will go next. After that, we had the Raw Tag Team titles on the line, which were the Hardy Boys defending their titles against Sheamus and Cesaro. Another great match on the card between both of them, and both teams show that they can still deliver great matches. And the Hardy Boys ended up retaining, and they had a nice moment with Sheamus and Cesaro where they, shook each other's hands. And as the Hardys were celebrating, here comes Sheamus and Cesaro, and they just attack the Hardy Boys, and they just destroy them after the match. I honestly thought that it was a great booking decision, because Sheamus and Cesaro, this gives them something new for them, and it gives them a reason to go forward, and now that they are heels and they've attacked the Hardys. And honestly, I can't wait to see what happens next in this rivalry, because it's going to have to continue after that incredible, incredible beatdown. Another title match that happened today was Alexa Bliss, who took on Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship in Bayley's hometown. Now, this match had a lot of good moments in it, but in the end, we have a brand new Raw Women's Champion in Alexa Bliss. And I'm happy about that decision, because, Bayley's been champion for a good while now, and finally now it's time for Alexa Bliss to be champion, because honestly, she is just amazing. After that, we had the infamous Bray Wyatt against Randy Orton in the House of Horrors match. Well, that match was shit. Okay, so this match was mainly meant for the at-home audience watching. So generally, I can't imagine just the crowd just sitting there and watching this on the Titantron, watching them fight. It was no reason that the crowd booed so much, because they were booing so much. And it was basically Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton fighting in a somewhat scary house. There's nothing new, nothing that the Hardys hadn't done before, and it was very meh. And when you think about this rivalry, it could be something amazing, but it's just a disappointment. So after Bray Wyatt throws a refrigerator down on Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt finally goes to the arena. And all of a sudden, he's doing his entrance, and then the lights come up, and there's Randy Orton behind him, and they go into a little of a fight right there, and just as it seems as though Randy Orton is going to win, here comes the Bollywood Boys. The Bollywood Boys come in, and Jinder Mahal God love Jinder Mahal, attacks Randy Orton, hits him with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Bray Wyatt hits Randy Orton with Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. And personally, I like the decision. I don't like that the Bollywood boys interfered, but yet I do because, one, it doesn't paint a good picture for Bray Wyatt. I mean, he needed help to defeat Randy Orton. It doesn't really necessarily paint him in a good picture. But I do like the fact that Jinder was there. And the fact that Jinder Mahal was there and that they were able to further push for the feud, I thought was generally a great move. And I can't wait to see, because Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton could be something that's really awesome and something that I'm a little bit excited for now. While Bray Wyatt made his way to the arena, we had a match against Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, and it was a really good match that ended up with Seth Rollins rolling up Samoa Joe for the pin. 1, 2, 3. You can also be assured that this rivalry is not even close to being over, considering that this was the first time that these two had faced each other in the WWE. So I can't wait to see what happens next. And after that, finally, we had our main event, Braun Strowman against Roman Reigns. Now, when Roman Reigns came out, the crowd had a lukewarm reaction to him. These two, hands down, had the match of the night. And they made the right decision when Braun Strowman beat Roman Reigns after 2 running power slams. Then, after that, Braun proceeded to destroy Roman Reigns using the steel steps, and he ended it by picking up the steel steps and smashing them down on Roman Reigns' chest, causing him to bleed out of his mouth. One of the best moments was the crowd chanting, "Thank you, Strowman," as he left. And it was truly just match of the night, event of the night. That's all I gotta say about the main event. And well, that was Payback, which was surprisingly really good. I mean, there were no overly boring or bad matches, and it set up some stuff for the future and talent, so it really added a nice touch. So overall, Payback was just really good. And just like that, that has been my review for Payback 2017. Do me a favor, let me know what you guys think and what you guys thought about Payback in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching so much. I couldn't be here without you. I couldn't be doing any of this without you. I've been Samuel V, aka The Excellent Reviewer, and I will see you all as soon as I can.